Hi! We're gonna tell stories about funny things that children have said because kids are hilarious.
And also things that happen to us.
Yes, okay, that's the first story we have to tell. Tell the story.
Number one. Okay, so before Tarantula, I have this dialogue with Wanessa where she tells me that she's Cinderella, and I'm like, I'm supposed to say, really? Do you get to wear glass slippers and ride to the ball in a golden carriage? But instead, I was like, really? Do you get to wear glass slippers and ride the ball to the golden carriage?
But that golden carriage would be so cool to go to, right?
It would.
On a ball.
I don't know how you ride the ball.
Well, is it a yoga ball? Is it a medicine ball?
Early on, when Sam was giving his speech, he was asking the kids if they knew any Italian words. And one kid raised his hand and said ham.
And then today, I asked the same question, and a kid said, first, you need to know my name. It's Hayden, Hayden. And then I said, and do you know how to say congratulations in Italian? And he said, no. No.
You started me today.
Oh,
yeah.
I startled her on stage. So usually the kids are like a foot from us. And so I go, we need to see if the audience understands the difference between forte, loud. And I'm like staring a kid in the face and scare them. But today we were in like a real auditorium, as you saw earlier in the video. And so instead of scaring a kid, I turned to Wanessa and I said, we need to see if the audience understands the difference between loud, forte, and she got so startled.
Also, Katherine put water in Sam's ear one time.
Tell that story, Katherine, that's
Yes.
really funny.
Okay, so we all try to kind of keep things fresh. We all do just very tiny different things every now and then because it starts to get robotic after a while because we've done the show so many times. And so Wanessa brings me my water bottle when Sam is sleeping because I can't go backstage for any of the show. So she brings me my water bottle and we have to wake Sam up, and this one day I thought it would be really funny if I poured some water from my water bottle on him. So I come over and we start singing to wake him up, and I start shaking the water on him, and some of it goes into his ears, and he very legitimately screamed.
I screamed. I was shocked.
What is happening?
And I felt so bad immediately, and he messed up his lines in the dialogue afterward, and I was like, oh no! I'm sorry! What did I do?
It was really funny though. It was very funny.
All the questions were weird. They were like, why are you turning the pages in the storybook?
Why are we turning? It's just.
Because it's a storybook.
Why is the storybook so big? If it was small, we wouldn't fit in it.
You wouldn't assume.
So we get these letters, right?
The kids review the show.
Yeah. And one little girl said that she really loved the show. She thought it was great, but she especially loved the Canada section where Alice got to wear a Canada suit.
My question is, where did you get that really cute Canada suit?
That's exactly what she said.
It was 4 sentences about the Canada suit, in a row.
No, Alice wears a gypsy costume, kind of, in the Chardosh, and she wears a kimono in the Madame Butterfly section.
I really think this kid thought that Japan was Canada.
That's refreshing. They all think it's China. So
That's another funny thing. So Wanessa and I one day, there was a streak where we had a week long where every time we would open the page to Japan, kids would go, China! So Wanessa and I started saying Japan really seriously. I would
Trying to be really clear.
Yeah.
And still no.
I would say Suzuki from Japan. She'll be da 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 da, and then Alice would be like, how will I know what to do? And I'll say, Suzuki from Japan will help you. And then what's your line about Japan?
Who's visiting on his
From his
warship. Visiting Japan on his warship.
Yeah.
And the kids always said, China!
One day, this is not written in, but one day I had said, Suzuki from Japan. And then something about Japanese, and I was being very clear and adding in more the word Japan than ever before. And some little kid still said, it's China, really loudly. So I just stopped the show and said, no, it's Japan. Because I was so I just want to like educate them about Japan.
Could you listen?
It's very different from China.
Today, when you turned the page to the Japanese setting, I almost said, "Ooh, Japan!"
I was gonna
It's
say
9 minutes.
about that one time you like lay down and then somehow your mustache fell off.
That was so
that was
The
funny.
kids were like, and then in the questions they asked, "Oh, was it supposed to happen?"
Was the mustache supposed to fall off?
Yeah.
There was
And then
also
you're
a
like,
day.
no.
There was a day where Sam decided to roll his ankle,
Oh.
and
It was the
there
worst
was
day
a hallway,
possible.
and
It was
it took us a
long.
long time.
It was a really long hallway, and so the three of us had to do it all ourselves because someone rolled his ankle.
And I was posted
So-
up on a chair.
And this was after the first
Careful.
show, so then we had to do a second show somewhere else. So we had to put everything back in the van, and then take it across the street and take it all out and put it back together again.
Like, I know the date of this show. That's how
Without me.
traumatized I am.
It was
Without me. It was early on too.
It was
September
hard.
the 26th.
September 26th. That's like 2 weeks into
Day
our
that
run.
will live in infamy.
But now it's okay because we all have like butch arms.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
We can take this set down.
Vanessa and I frequently almost die because the set will shift in the back of the van.
Yes.
Because I don't drive very well. And
Every time
Understatement of
it
the year.
breaks. It's like, oh my god.
Vanessa will be like, Sam! Sam!
That's
Sam!
That's
what
what we do. We're just
in
behind
the
you.
car. We're like,
Sam!
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 Last night Catherine swerved like twice and I said, oh, driving like me, huh, Catherine? And Maris said, not even close.
Oh,
All right.
times.
We're not being really amusing right now.
Probably not. All this is probably only funny to us.
If there's one thing that's inspiring at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's the eternal love of two wooden geese snuggling. Snuggle geese. A beautiful thing.